There's a reason why people buy Louis Vuitton bags instead of Walmart bags. And in this video, I'm going to show you entrepreneurs how to command a premium price for your service or your product. Let's get into it, guys. My name is Jennifer Waters. I run a portfolio of companies that do multiple seven figures. I've done this in the B2C space, the B2B space, the brick and mortar space, the online space. And I'm here sharing what I've learned with entrepreneurs so that they can dominate their niche, they can command premium prices and become a category of one leader in their market. This video is all about how you can charge premium prices. Ultimately, if you can charge premium prices, you can build a profitable business. And you probably as an entrepreneur didn't start a business just because you wanted to start a business one day. You probably started it because you had a passion, a skill, a service, and you went, man, I think I can make some money off of this. And you could add something to your daily life, right? One of the mistakes that you have as an entrepreneur, and certainly that I went through crossing through this, is that when I started, I didn't really think about terms like gross profit margin. It was really foreign to me, and I didn't actually start digging into it until I'd already made several $1,000,000 in business before I started going, you know what? I should start thinking about this in deeper terms. And no one really explained it to me either. I had to figure it out on my own. So hopefully I'm educating you so you don't have to figure this stuff out on your own, especially if you're getting close to seven figures or maybe you're on your way there. This is going to be really helpful for you because you have an enemy of scale when you don't know how much it actually costs you to produce something. So I want to break this down. If you have something to sell, we're going to call it a unit. Okay. So I'm going to say, in order to sell this unit, I have to start taking into consideration a few different things. Number one, how much does it cost me to acquire a customer? And the customer is going to be the unit, right? So how much does it cost me to acquire this unit? The next thing that I have to do is I have to determine, is there any sales cost associated with this? Does it cost me money for my sales team or commissions or something like that? I need to build that cost in. And then the third piece is, how much does it actually cost me to fulfill when it comes to labor? So for example, if you are an agency owner, you're going to have some sort of fulfillment labor, maybe from a CSM or maybe from media buyers. If you're providing a service, let's say you're HVAC or something like that, and you go out, you've got laborers who are installing that air condition. So you've got all these different things, right? So we need to be able to go, all right, this is what we're going to be doing. This is how much it costs us. Once you know all of that, then I need to figure out my gross profit margin. And basically my gross profit margin is what money is left over after I sell or after I fulfill on all these things. I sold it. I paid my sales team. I paid for the fulfillment of the product. What's left? Whatever is left, you're going to divide that into what it cost. So I'm going to go through, I'm going to total up everything that I have there. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my gross profit, which is my gross profit divided by the selling price point times 100 is going to give you your actual profit margin, your gross profit margin. You want this gross profit margin to be above 50 to 60%, ideally 60%, especially as you scale. The problem is that in the beginning, if you are just a solopreneur or if you have very limited staff or very limited overheads, it's not going to matter that much if it's a 40% gross profit margin or less than that, because you're still going to be making money because you're probably putting in your labor into it and you're not counting your labor, because you might still be up at 11 o'clock at night answering a Slack message. But when you start having to hire on people and bring people to scale your business, I need that gross profit margin to be higher than 60% because I have something that I didn't have before. I have overheads and administrative payroll. So all the payroll that doesn't go into producing the unit, that doesn't go into serving the unit, I still have to account for somewhere. And where do I account for it? I account for it on the bottom line. So it affects my net profit if I'm not careful of what my gross profit margin is. So I need to know that. I need to know what my gross profit margin is. I need to know what my lifetime value of my customer is in order for me to really start producing at scale. The second thing, if I really want to be able to command premium prices, I need to build something transformational into the experience around my product. If someone comes in and they are the same after they leave from using my services, I didn't build a transformational service or product. Something should have happened. I should have solved the pain for which they came in for. Like they did something, I solved it, I got what I got them to get the result that they wanted, right? If I'm able to do that, then I can then shout from the rooftops about that particular client and what they were able to receive, those results. And that's going to put me into category of one. Category of one means I'm a unicorn. No one else can compare to what I do. And this is where a lot of people get stuck because they try to be something to everybody and they try to get results for all the different areas that they can, but then they get commoditized. They get put in the same basket as all the other competitors in their area. I want to be able to stand out and be that category of one, that unicorn where no one can really compare because I've provided this transformational experience. And this is really important in service-based businesses because that allows you to command that premium price so that you're not competing on everybody else's price in the marketplace. And if you really want to be able to command premium prices, this is going to be one key to bringing you that freedom that you ultimately desire. And if you want to know about how to get freedom of time, freedom of money, and freedom of creativity, make sure you click on this video.